Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. So I want to give you key levels to pay attention to and show you some possible scenarios and why some of these levels are so important. I think this is our next key support level if you want to catch along. That is if we break below this point. We are pushing up a bit. I want to discuss this yellow line and this orange line. But I think if we do continue down and sideways, this will be the next point you'd want to scalp along. But I would like to show you some possible scenarios. So if you watched the last video I put up, I was telling you how to play this. The video before this, I told you to short 99,500. According to my chart and the top Bollinger Band, that would look like an ideal point to short. So if you caught that, you caught the top of this drop. This video I was telling you guys if we get a daily open below 99,500, to expect a bearish move down to 96,670. But if we get a daily open below 96,670, then that would mean we're probably going to have a lot more downside. So once you saw a daily open below 96,600, you knew that we're going to have downside. Plus I mentioned these Bollinger Bands on the daily was getting squeezed. So again, that is how it played out. Do check that video and the video before. So I'm just going to cover these key levels and just show you how it played out. But you can see right here, that one video I said, look, short right here, we right at this fib line. You can see how accurate that was. And I said if we get a daily open below this fib line and under that center Bollinger Band on the daily, to go short. So hopefully you caught that short and you wrote it and you're in profit. Now we need to pay attention to this level here, and we're going to cover a few other points as well. But basically, pay attention to see if we get a daily open above 87,400 or below. If we continue down, this is your next target. I'll cover all of these targets. Guys, CoinCatch is having a special. This is the events page. I'll put a link up to it now if you want to check it out. So if you deposit, and this is there's just 30 slots every 7 days. So if you deposit $1,000, you'll get $3,000 back to trade with. Again, take advantage of that while you can. So it's every 7 days. So if you deposit into your spot account, that money needs to be in your futures account to get your bonus. So that payout will be on the 27th. So that's 2 days from now. So do take advantage of that. Remember, you can also get access to my charts in Discord if you sign up through CoinCatch using my link, and you get your deposit bonus. If you want to use my referral link to sign up to CoinCatch, it's on the events page. I'll put a link up to that now. Also have 2 other options for you there as well. So, and remember, no KYC, no VPN, but all these will be pinned in the first comment and description. If you want to learn how to trade in CoinCatch, I put this tutorial together. Hey guys, I covered every single tool I use, how to use them, how to protect yourself. I was very thorough with this. If you want to watch this tutorial video, I'll put a link up to it now. I suggest you do. If you're not very familiar with trading, it's good to know how to use the tools before you actually start trading with real money. Okay, so let's cover these levels and show you what I'm expecting. So just like these, you can see these fib channel lines. So again, you should have shorted 99,400, all right? And then said if we get a daily open below 96,850, below this fib line here and below the central Bollinger Band, expect a big move. Now this was the next support level. This yellow, I'll show you on the next chart. This yellow trend lines. We're below this point, but notice that we're holding support right here at 87,500. So this is a daily candle. We got a crazy wick below. So if we get a daily open above 87,500, then we could be bullish back up to at least 91,500, depending when we make contact. If we get a daily open below 87,500, which is possible, we have a lot of liquidity down around 84K. I just want to show you why I think it's very possible. This could be the next point to scalp along around 83,400. And that is because, if you'll notice, this channel right here, let me put it back where it was. You notice that this was resistance, right? Resistance. We pushed into the channel. Notice this center dotted line is the center of this channel became resistance, right? Support, resistance, support all through here, resistance, came back down, tested support again, and then we broke above it and it became support, right? We're kind of just chopping, up and down, but notice we broke back into this channel. So the bottom of this channel, right, if we come straight down, the bottom of this channel is 94,200, but just because we have this fib line here and the bottom of this channel here, that means if we get a daily open below 97,500, I think we're probably bearish down to at least, let me get rid of that so you can see it, at least down to 83,424. That would be a point to scalp along. Again, that would be the bottom of this channel that we've been respecting. So we were chopping in this channel, we broke above it, and then we broke back down into it. So that is a key level. As I mentioned 2 videos back, Your next major support level below is going to be down around 77,000. Remember this yellow trend line, it goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin, as well as this orange trend line here. I would play the fib lines. These trend lines are more just for a reference. You know, if price is above, that's bullish. If price is below, that's bearish. If price is above this orange trend line here, that is going to be bullish, but you play the actual fib lines. So I think it is possible if we do break 83,424, that, you know, if we're below 87,500, we're probably headed to this point. But if we break below that, your next point to catch bounce is going to be down around 77,800, around that area. That would fill that gap. And that would play out perfectly. So as we come down, we catch a bounce, we push back up, we get rejected, we have another drop. You know, maybe get some chop here, but we would come down to this point. This is where I will go long. Now, it's possible we could drop down to 74,000. Again, what I want to do, if we're close to this ring, right, and it happens to be above 77,800, I will go long before this ring. I think we will push up this ring. You know, everybody's shorting, everybody's expecting it to crash. So typically what they do is they'll push it back up, people will get bullish, and then price will come back down. So if we cross underneath this point, right, I will go short. If we continue past that point, we're still before this ring, I'm going to stay long until we cross the ring, wherever that might be at. But when we cross it, that is when I go short. But just want to make you aware that those are your most key levels right now. But pay attention to see, time recording this video, 8 hours will be the next daily open. See if we get a daily open above 87,500. That could be bullish back up to 91,400, depending on when you make contact. But a daily open below 87,500, I think, is bearish down to 83,424. And again, if that breaks, we're breaking down from this channel. And again, your next major support level is going to be 77,800. That is where I would love to go long, especially if we're closer to this ring. And we're getting closer to that ring. The more we drop, the closer we get. And you can get access to these live charts, guys, if you want to sign up to the website. Just go to opticalcrypto.com. The $49 a month option gives you access to Discord, Bitcoin charts, crypto charts. Make sure you email me through the contact page on my website so I can send you a Discord invite link. And if you want to take advantage of getting free access to my charts, if you sign up through CoinCatch on that events page. So this is just a zoomed out version of that chart showing that this yellow trend line right here. Again, goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin. A very key level. We're currently below it, so I'm waiting to see if we stay below this point. And you can see this orange trend line here. That is a very key level as well. So that's what I'm saying. It's very possible that we continue down. And if we don't get back above this yellow trend line, then that means we're probably headed down to this point, and that is where I'm going to go long. So if this becomes resistance and we start headed down, all right, I'm going to go long at this point, ride it up. Again, like I said, if we cross here, I go short. Otherwise, if we, you know, even if we push up, but regardless, when we make contact or get close to this ring, this is where I will go long. And then when we cross it, that's when I'll go short. So like I said, chop, drop, pump, and then crash. But I will be going short when we cross this ring, but I will be going long soon when we do get close to this ring as support. But again, like I said, you know, 77K, there is a gap down there, so it makes sense that they'd fill it. You know, people get bearish, everybody's shorting, they'll send it back up to take out those shorts. People start longing, get bullish, and then again, these rings do work, and I'll show you that NVIDIA chart just to prove my point. Your hourly time frames, guys, if you watched the last video, this was just helping us find that point to short at 99,440. We're back down at this white line, this trend line here. Take note, I know there's a lot on this chart, but we've been respecting this line as support and resistance for a while. We're currently underneath that. So we need to pay attention to see if we get back above, all right? So we need to see. So if we get back above, and like I said on that previous chart, 88,500 is a key level. So if we get back above 88,500, then get bullish. Again, these are your hourly targets. Then get bullish up to potentially 91,200. I think that matches the D1 chart. Above that, your next resistance level is 93,839. However, if we cannot get above 88,500, all right, then we're probably headed down. We're underneath this white trend line. So that means we're probably headed down to take out that liquidity. And like I said, you know, 85,254 to 84,000, that would take out that liquidity. The next support level I have on the hourly, again, all these lines will be respected. Well, let me make these green, guys. Sorry I didn't plan this out too well. Just want to get this up quick so you have your targets to pay attention to. So again, 85,200, 84,000. These will be very key levels to pay attention to, right? As support, just in case we do drop, get a wick down, pay attention to 81,137. But these are your hourly time frames. But most importantly, guys, pay attention. If we get a daily open below, just like that previous video, just listen to what I'm saying. Daily open below 87,500 will put us below this key fib line, right? Let me make this brighter so you can see it. Will put us below this key fib line, meaning that we're probably headed to 83,424. I would go long at this point, but only a scalp long, meaning that you'd probably want to short maybe around 88,000. But I think ultimately probably what's going to happen, if we come down and we break 83,424, we're headed to 77,782. Again, this will be where I will want to go long. You know, if we get a wick down, I will long down here. But again, I will long before this ring. And we cross the ring, I will go short. Just to show you how NVIDIA played out, guys, if you've been following me for over the past, weeks, I mentioned this, and this is a ring. As I mentioned before, as you will see, and again, this is NVIDIA, this is a fib circle. I know it doesn't look like it. If you zoom out, you can see it's a ring, right? You can tell it's curved. And I was telling you that because we filled that gap and we were underneath that ring that was support, and you can clearly see that this ring was support, 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 support. We broke below that ring, all right? Then, and I mentioned also your point to go long if we stay above is around 117. But I said, look, guys, if we come back up, ideal point to short NVIDIA was around 141, 143. When we made contact with this ring, we filled the gap and the ring was resistance, and now we're dropping. So if you took that short on NVIDIA or you opened some puts, you should be in a lot of profit right now. I will tell you your next support level to pay attention if you want to scalp a long for NVIDIA will be around 120. Down to potentially 114. But if 114 breaks, guys, we're headed probably down to 79. Now, that's a long drop. Again, I wouldn't be greedy. If you caught this, short from 143, maybe take your profit around 120 or 114. If we get below that as resistance, then I would open another short or do some puts down to at least 78. I know that's an extreme drop, guys, but again, we're getting rejected at this ring, which means we could possibly have a lot of downside. But that's just showing you how these rings work. I hope that makes sense, guys. As well as far as timing, well, the further we drop, the closer we get to the ring. The further we push up, the further we get from the ring. But again, if we continue down, this is where I want to go long. I'll go long before the ring. When we cross it, I'll go short. Guys, again, let's just see how this plays out. I'm not going to repeat myself. You know what to pay attention to. We're already below this point now. Just watch and see if we get a daily open below, and then you know where your targets are. Again, guys, if you want to check out that events page for CoinCatch, again, all these links will be pinned in the first comment description. And remember, all three exchanges that I'm promoting are no KYC and no VPN. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.